All right. Looks like we are up and running. Welcome back, all. The Raleigh is done. Took it out for some test rides yesterday, and it rides beautifully. I really enjoy this bike. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't sell. We'll see. Got a couple things I want to tweak on it if I'm keeping it for myself, but as a restored bike, it is doing so great. Got the rear derailleur off because I'm putting a little automotive clear coat on this spot right here. The one spot on the frame that had a spot of rust. So got that down to bare metal. And I'm just touching it up like that because trying to get something to paint match will probably stand out worse than the actual metal itself. But while I was out riding yesterday, I had a tube club done. We are going to replace the tube. So I do want to do a small adjustment to this axle. The side of it is a little, it could be a hair tighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up. I have two tubes that I'm not sure if they're still good or not. They seem like they work. So I'm putting just a few PSI in both of them, see if they hold it. They're both some nice thorn-resistant tubes I pulled off that Schwinn. But I just kind of got replacement ones before I was thinking about it. Like it was so gone to crap. Nice cup of coffee. Now, I'm not even going to take everything off to adjust this. All I need is that little nut right there. 15 or was this a 17? I think it's 17. Gonna need those in a minute. Can't find my phone wrench. There. Sorry. This lock not loosened up first. Too bad. Hold it still. Put the nut on the other side to keep the axle still. Tighten this cone down. Alright, that's about how much space I got. There it stopped. Let's try about there. I'd left some space in this for the sake of the quick release. And the quick release just ended up not actually crimping it down as much as I thought it would. The front wheel really seems to do quite a bit when I crimped it down. Maybe not that much. It did a bit. It did something. And the new way I'm doing this too, holding that still in the back, I tighten the lock nut down. Just get it finger tight in the hopes that that keeps it from changing my adjustment while I'm moving. Didn't work perfect, but it did get less. See how that feels. Pretty dang good. There's no wobble at all. I think I can go a hair looser though. That's what this feels like when I lock it down. Butter smooth. I'm guessing there's a wobble. Oh. Too much. I'm gonna be picky. That's what I'm here for. Let's see. Last time I decided it was a hair too loose. Let's try that. Just shifted it a little forward. Now it can move around a bit when I adjust it. When I loosen up that lock nut, it can move things. Try to be pretty careful. Smooth. So little. I'm gonna put that on. Let's see. Stay off for a minute while I was spraying the automotive vehicle. End up keeping it, but yeah. Overall, it's, yeah. Oh, that feels amazing. Honestly, I can also tell I was getting a little bit of pendulum movement right there where it's actually swinging backwards. Yeah. I think that's it. That's perfect. There is no wobble at all. Even all the way on the outside of the rim, but it is still... That has all of the weight for everything else on it. Oh, that's beautiful. Even getting a little pendulum motion. Awesome. Okay. Alright, so here are my tubes. I wanted to check and see if they were actually good, and I feel like both might actually be just fine. Either one has started to go particularly limp. This one's a little more full, but I think that's just because I put more air in it to start with. I think I'm actually going to leave about this much air in it. It's really not much. That's like a few PSI. Barely. You do not want to put any pressure in a tire while it's off like that. They will just go up like a balloon. The thing that keeps them bike tire sized is the bike tire itself. So, get this tire off and get this tube in. No, I actually just had, I mentioned it when I was putting the tubes on last time, that a tube can get pinched in here when you're installing it. And that's what happened. The tube that's in here is very cheap. I actually kept this from the people I got this from. I replaced the tire, but they had new tubes in it, so I just left them. Oh, whatever. This was another situation where whatever shop they use, I want to get the name, although I'm not going to go to it. I work on my own bikes. But I almost want to message the lady back. Be like, hey, I bought that bike from you on Craigslist. Do not ever go back to that bike shop again. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference in how thick those are. This guy's probably closing in on twice as thick. And when it's real thin, it's very easy for it to get pinched between there. I had a little bit of air. I didn't put as much air into it as I normally do before I install one, which I think that does a lot to help make sure that they don't get pinched. But then also you kind of like rock it back and forth around there to make sure it's seated. That's one of the tricks that I'd always heard. Did all of that. Still blew on me. And of course, I was just going out for a small test ride, so I didn't bring my whole kit with me and my spare tire, my pump, and my spare tube. My pump, didn't bring any of that with me. So, I'm a big believer that every time I've had just, again, this is just a few PSI in there. There's nothing. Just, love that little bit of air in there. Helps keep it from getting pinched when you're seating all this. So nozzle has to go in first. Good. Back edge on first. The first edge you can generally do by hand. Very end, you might want to use a lever if you want. It's also really important to keep your nozzle straight. It's going to be your best opportunity to make sure that nozzle's straight on there. Is the place I have seen the most busted tubes is this nozzle going crooked. The tube isn't lined up properly. And then this edge of metal just wears at the bottom of this over time. And that's a hole you cannot. Yeah, that. And then a lot from stuff getting pinched. Or this is between the tire and the tube here. There we go. I think that should be fine. I'm going around and just kind of pinching it. And make sure if anything did get pinched in there, it has an opportunity to fix itself. Because where it gets pinched is like outside around the back of the tire, essentially. So again, mostly with pretty thin tubes. And I'd also argue tubes with no air in them at all. I'm gonna put some air in this. We'll see if it holds air. I'm not actually gonna reinstall it right now, because I'm doing another coat of clear coat on that back part. The one little spot on the frame that had a speck of rust. But yeah, and the pump registered the amount of air in there is literally 0 pressure. It's all balanced with the outside. So you're not putting in like 5, 10, 20 pounds of pressure. It's next to nothing. I'm gonna run this guy at 90. I like about 80 to 90 personally. The 80 starts to get pretty low on the skinny little 700cc. And these guys, it can be okay. Still. Now, just want a couple spots on this for spot cleaning. Take a look at those. None of these are very big anti-rust removal jobs, but I noticed like this guy up here. Brakes on this came out really nice. I think I've had cantilever for a couple of... No, my brakes don't have proper place. After working on this last set of cantilever though. I didn't how much I despise that setup. They just You tighten them enough so that it actually stays in place. You're actually tightening it past the point where the brakes work. It's terrible. One thing from this time period. Should get out a little anti-rust. Who's bumping you? Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can just get some of the bulk of this off because it feels very visible. When you first look at the bike, I'm gonna rust on these dang pedals. It's eye-catching. Unfortunately, taking pedals off is a pretty huge pain in the ass. Generally pretty reverse threaded, and they are just wedged in there. I think they're reverse threaded. I can never remember, so that's half the problem. You can't remember whether you're twisting in the right direction or not. And you're having to wail on it incredibly hard. And it's on something that moves, so you're trying to hold that still. So if you're at the shop, they'll have the general tool for removing pedals. It's quite a long lever on it, which makes all of that a lot nicer. That's a bit better. These pedals are something I'd be replacing though if I keep this bike. This whole setup, because it's got the texture on top, so this is where your foot's supposed to go. This spike is not far enough over for your foot to really comfortably go here. It needs to be really far back, or like way farther forward than it should be. Just kind of crap. I think this is the one I already did. Doesn't look as bad. Now, I feel like this magic here, the whole center for lower derailleur. Front derailleur. There's the words I'm looking for. This guy, since I didn't take him off, this seemed a little... could use a little attention. Ow. So I think just that little bit's fine. Alright. Alright. And yeah, clean these up a bit. Looking pretty good. So nice. I can see better than my actual eyes. There's a little back in there that would be nice to get at. Let's see. That looks good. Down around through here. Looks pretty great. On that side, I don't think we'll be able to see any grease. There was a touch here. I did want to clean up a little. Are you? You're not too bad. That's just a little dirt splatter from the last ride. Just did this front piece a little bit. This is looking pretty good now. Yeah, it's looking nice. Yeah. All the way back to this guy. Yeah. Looking great. I think I did make a Blue Sky account for this channel. This bike. Well, for the channel, really. And then I'm going to post pictures of the bike. So if you want to check out any finished pictures, you're welcome to check those out there. It's going to get a nice little photo shoot before it goes up on Craigslist. But thank you to anyone who came along to watch us learn anything. Welcome to message me on Blue Sky with any of your bike questions and stuff as well. And we'll have a new one likely relatively soon. I'm actually going to go through my current bike. After working on this, I became a little suspicious about some of the work on that. So I want to go through and double check the previous owner's work. It seems good. But this thing was such a delight to ride that I want to go through and double check their work. So, yeah, that'll be coming soon. But I'm also heading back to actual full-time work shortly. So we'll see. Once that's going, I'm going to get a proper schedule going for when I'm doing my little bike repair hobby. But that's about it. Thanks and have a good one.